is it like to fight this early in the afternoon?
I like it. I think it's going to be good. When I was 2 fights ago, fought in Sydney, Australia, and they had because of the time difference, it was early in the afternoon, so I liked it. You wake up, you fight. The weigh-ins are earlier, so I don't have to hold my weight all day tomorrow. So it's good. I like it.
Do you prefer it?
I don't know. Prefer. It's not. I don't prefer either or. It's just I make do with whatever it is, and whatever it is, he's got to do the same thing. So I like it.
Al, you feeling an uptick in popularity?
Yeah, I think so, a little bit. Yeah, I like it. It's I'm working hard. This is why I do it. I'm training every day. I'm training my ass off to entertain people, and hopefully, I go into the cage every time hoping they appreciate it, and I think it's starting to pay off.
You think it was the Lausanne fight or something before that?
I think just it's constant building. Every fight I'm going out there, I'm getting better, and people are seeing it more and more. The Lausanne fight obviously was on a big stage with the Anderson Silva Nick Diaz fight, big pay-per-view. So I think that definitely really accelerated the process. But it's been good.
What does a win over Masvidal get you?
Same thing. A win over Pearson and Lausanne got me just really all the wins. Just keep working my way up. He's a ranked opponent. He's ranked ahead of me, and I think he's a dangerous veteran. He's been around for a while. He's good at getting out of. He stays calm under pressure, and he's good everywhere. So it's going to be a good fight for me to show my skills.
You think he starts slow?
In some fights he starts slow. In some fights he comes out fast. I'm worried about myself, man. I'm coming out to win. That's what I'm worried about.
How would you characterize your skill building? Obviously you're getting better. I don't mean that, but I mean, where are you in your skill development? What has really turned the corner in the last, say, year or so?
It's just constant. It's constant. From my first amateur fight to my last fight, I think every fight I've improved the same amount, and I'm going to just keep improving. I'm getting on a bigger stage now. I'm enjoying fighting in front of more people. I think the more people that I feed off that energy. I like that. I like being in the spotlight. So hopefully I keep staying up there, and main event fights, and you're going to see me perform even better and better.
But it looks like from the outside looking in, I could be wrong, that striking's been a real point of emphasis. Really tightening it up, putting combinations together. Is that a fair characterization? Or
yeah,
not?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not doing anything in the cage really that I haven't been doing in practice for years. I'm getting more and more comfortable in the cage, and I'm obviously building in the gym, but the biggest thing is just getting confident. I think getting more comfortable and just getting in there and relaxing. The first round usually would be like a feel-out round for me now, and it would take me a little time to get comfortable, and I think I'm getting in there, and I'm in my groove within the first minute.
Now, how close have you been following the New York situation? Has it been a dream of yours to fight in the state of New York, and do you quite understand the ban?
I have a somewhat of an understanding of what's going on, but I kind of leave the politics to the politicians and the lawyers. I'll do the fighting. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It would be a dream come true. It's for years now. We've been saying this is the year. I think this is the year that it's looking the most promising. So as they've been saying, cautiously optimistic.
Is it a dream to fight in Madison Square Garden or Nassau Coliseum? I mean, have you thought about that moment?
Yeah, Nassau Coliseum would be great. It's 5 minutes away from my house. Madison Square Garden is that's the center of the sports world right there. So either one would be great. It would be just a dream come true.
This is the year?
This is the year. That's what, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but if you would have asked me the same question 5 years ago, I probably would have said this is the year. So.
Have they promised you a spot on a future New York card if it comes to it?
Nah, we haven't even gotten that far yet. I'm worried about, I got Jorge Masvidal in front of me, so that's what I'm worried about.
Did they say anything to any of the Serra-Longo guys, even Weidman, about a potential, what we're looking at scenario?
Yeah, no, I think it's the same thing. We're just playing it by ear. I think, Chris has a tough fight in front of him, and when the time comes, we'll all be ready. I guarantee you that.
You talked a little bit about getting more comfortable inside the cage. Is there something about these faster rounds that are aiding that process? Your last 3 fights have come boom, 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 like right on top of each other.
Staying active you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I mean,
Yeah, definitely. You stay, taking time off is not something that I like to do. I was out for a year with my knee surgery after The Ultimate Fighter, and I saw everyone getting better and everyone, their careers were advancing, and I was sitting there. I knew how good I was and how good I could be. And it was so frustrating. I told myself when the time comes, when I'm healthy, I'm going to take every opportunity. I'm not going to let any fight pass me by, and that's what I'm living up to now.
Was there anything that kind of clicked after that Mitch Clark fight that sent you on kind of a different level like you are now?
I don't know. I think that was just, he just caught me and he got me in a good position, and it could have happened in any other fights. I think it's just this happens in the sport. I think I could have done better standing up with him. I chose to go to the ground. I think a lot of people were doubting me on the ground, and I kind of forced some positions that I don't think I should have. But I am more than confident on the ground. So if it does end up there, I'll be just as happy.
Now, fighters often look at the tape of opponents. This guy has tape of himself on YouTube.
Yeah.
Have you seen the backyard brawl stuff with your opponent? And what is in your mind? Do you think about the sort of mindset of a guy that would not fight for pay, but fight for free in the back of someone's yard? Is this source of amusement, or what is your take on that?
Yeah, no, it's fun. I've seen him. I watched those probably 10 years ago. As I got better and better boxing, I saw he actually had a pretty good skill back then in the box, with his hands. Even I don't know how trained he was or anything, but I've been in my share of street fights, and it's pretty cool that he was in there with Kimbo. He's like the real Kimbo Slice. He's actually made a career out of it, and gotten to the top of the game.
So you watch his fights on YouTube?
Oh yeah, everyone's seen him, I think, right? You've seen him, right?
How would you assess his skills back then?
He's definitely more aggressive, I think. He was a lot more aggressive back then. But yeah, he's a little sloppy boxing, but it was fun to watch. It was fun. He was young and hungry back then.
Were you surprised by the Pettis Dos Anjos fight?
Yeah, a little bit. I was surprised. I thought Dos Anjos had skills to make it a tough fight. I didn't know it was going to be that tough of a fight for sure. It was. I was impressive. I was impressed by Dos Anjos for sure.
Do you see anyone again? Oh, let me ask you this: who do you see facing Dos Anjos next?
It'd be a good fight. I think Khabib will probably get past Cerrone, and that'll be a good fight again.
Do you think he wins again if they face each other again?
I don't know. Dos Anjos looked like he got a lot better, so it's going to be interesting.
What's your view generally about the new UFC drug testing policy that's going to affect later, not too far from now actually, but the randomized testing and just sort of hammering down really in a way that they haven't done before?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it would be, they're starting to, they're drug testing everybody on Fight Night, and then they're doing drug testing everybody random at all times. And I think the random one that's the one they need. They need more random testing. 6 months out for a fight. If you're under contract with the UFC, if you get hurt, if you're out for a while, they should be testing you anyway. I went to school and I passed every test that I cheated on. I knew when those tests were coming, but it was those pop quizzes. I failed those miserably because I didn't have time to make my cheat sheets. I didn't have time to study before class. So these guys are gonna get caught when they start doing the out of competition testing, and I love it. I think that's where it needs to be.
Do you think random drug testing is going to change the makeup of the top 10?
I think it's going to change the makeup of the sport. I think there's going to be guys that, guys are going to get tested positive that you might not have ever thought anything of.
Were you surprised by the amount of trash talking that Masvidal has done, talking about you?
No, I don't. I don't even know if it was so much trash talking. He's expressed how displeased he was to fight me, and I think if I was him, I wouldn't want to fight me either. He was supposed to fight Ben Henderson, ranked, top 3 or whatever it is, and now he's going to me, ranked below him. I think I'm just as dangerous a fight for him. So, it's not going to be a fun night for him. I think he's right on the money.
Do you like the quick turnaround that you're doing after the Lozon fight at 183?
Yeah, I loved it. I got to, I didn't have to do any crazy dieting. I was already in shape, and I just kept my weight, kept eating good, and picked up the training the last 3 weeks. I was already in shape. I didn't really have to. I didn't have to get. I just worked on my skills, and I'm ready to go.
Are you the type of player who likes to stay active and likes to have a fight and likes to have like an end game of every 2 or 3 months?
Definitely. It keeps me on the right track. For the fans, you want to stay in the spotlight. You're out for 6-8 months. They're gonna forget about you, and you want to keep that momentum rolling. I was saying before, I was out for a while. I couldn't get, with my knee surgery, and I just want to stay active now. I got time to make up.
How do you see this fight playing out on Saturday?
I really don't know. He's tough everywhere. I'm gonna go at him and fight my game. It should look the way my last 3 fights have looked.
If you win on Saturday night, is there a name out there you think that makes sense for you after Jorge Masvidal?
I'll let you know after the fight, man. Right now, all I'm thinking about is Masvidal. That's it. I got a big fight in front of me, and that's all I've been thinking about for the last 8 weeks.